All right, guys, February the 2nd, we just got to our second job, which is also a screen and recoat. We're right now in the Alpharetta, Georgia area. Actually, one of my local buddies, Andrew, is going to stop by because he wants to use the new machine. So we're using the Workmaster RAS just to screen these floors. I use it for certain jobs. It's not going to be used for every job. And then what I'm doing, I am sending Scobie back to the first job that we was doing this morning to put the second coat down, and then he'll come back and help us finish this job right here. So guys, I'll show you what we're doing. So how many square feet is this job? Also, I went and did an estimate before we came here for she got on the schedule for the 16th and 17th of February, a full sanding job. She wants to change the color of the floor. So she just booked. My sanding guys are going to go out there and take care of that. This is Mr. McDonald. This is 1,094 square feet, just screening and recoating. And he said he just want to get the floors looking better for now. And then in the future, he's going to have us come back and then do a full sand. So what we're doing, guys, is this area right here. Right here, the sitting and dining room. This area right here, and through the kitchen. So this is what we're doing right now. I'm gonna wait for Andrew to get here and hook up my vacuum system. And what does Scobie got going on? What is he doing? Oh, you getting the poly? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So Scobie is about to head back and put the second coat down on the job that we was doing this morning. And then he'll come back and, like I said, we'll finish this job. So just showing you guys what we're doing. All right, so there's Scobie on his way to the job. All right, guys, let me get in here and set up. Stay tuned. All right, guys, let me show you why guys that do full sands, they do not like to sand when there's wax on the floor. So there is a little wax on the floors, but I'm just going to have to go through a lot of screens. But let me show you right here. This is a prime example. So you see the bottom of my machine, it has 6 discs. You see this? Look at this, guys. Should have got a whole lot more out of these. But see that? See all that? That's wax. It's heating up the wax, and the wax is bonding to the screen. So now I have to switch them out probably just after 150 square feet, which I should be able to get about 600 to 800 square feet. So I'm going to use probably 3 times as much screens to get all this wax off the floor and get to the floor so we can get new poly bonded to the floor. So this is the reason why we do have some sanding guys that will hire us to come in and do our chemical stripping before they sand, because that's what it does. It claws up their sandpaper, and it just depends on the level of it too. It's just a battle they can't win. So but unfortunately with this, guys, you know, we can make it through. Just going to have to keep a lot of screens at my shop, so definitely gonna have to get some more screen. And I brought a lot in before Scobie, so I'm using the mesh, the Norton mesh power, and yeah. Now in this area, don't see as much because this area is really worn out. So we're also going to do some color correction, but most of the wax where I can really kind of see it is coming right through here. Like I said, not that much in the kitchen. I can see a little bit right here because wax gives off a different sheen. Like you could definitely see it up in here. So it's all up in here. All up in here. See right here, guys, a lot of wax up in this area, the bathroom, and then this area right here. Not so much right here. I really don't see a lot. It must have just worn off because this is a high traffic area. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, Facebook, YouTube, let me show you guys something. Actually, I got my buddy friend out here, Andrew Wright. He's actually does the same thing that I do as well, and he wanted to check out this new machine. So show you guys what we're doing. Again, there is a small amount of wax on the floors, but the rafts and the screens that we're using, plus with the RPM, it's doing an amazing job taking that off. So I'm gonna show you guys the room that I've done, and if you look really, really close, You see that? You see that line? That's wax still on the floors. So it's screening the floors and it's also removing that wax from the floors so we can get some good adhesion with our polyurethanes. So I'm going to go ahead and let Andrew get back on it, turn the vacuum on. Cutting right through it. Yeah, it's cutting through that wax. Oh yeah, doing really good, really good. Now, if this was a thick layer of wax, we would have not been able to do this. We would have to do what we call, our chemical stripping. But this is, it's not so much where we couldn't do this process, especially with this machine. Oh yeah. Nice. Leaving wax. You don't have these screens too much. Right here. That's all this. Hit it again. Yep, wax on those floors. Easy is to move now? Yep. So what it was doing, it was fighting against all that wax. All right, guys, so when we got to this area right here, the machine is moving so much smoother and it's also cutting so much faster because, again, there was so much wax in this area right here. Also in this foyer. Let me show you guys how many sanding discs that we went through. So that's cutting really, really good. Really good. Look at this, guys. We went through all this. All this, guys. Look at that. Look what it's doing. Look what it did. It just clogs it up. All that wax on it. That's why sanding guys hate sanding through wax. All right, guys, we got Scobie back. He came in and started tacking the floors. We got Andrew, our help for the day, getting the kitchen done. And once we get this done, go ahead and get the first coat put down. Gotta go do another estimate. Man, these floors are looking amazing. Got all that wax off. Yes, sir. All right, guys, stay tuned. You know the best thing I love about this, guys? I know you see it, Andrew. How he goes up all the way against the wall. Yeah, that's one thing I like in the video. Yep. Gets up to an 8. All the way up to the wall. Look at that. All right, guys, we're putting the first coat down. Looks amazing. We did tint the poly. See that? Add some more color to this floor. I don't think this floor has probably ever been serviced. Screening came out really, really good. Oh yeah. All right, go ahead, Andrew. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right, guys, getting that poly rolled down, the first coat. These floors are looking amazing. So what we're gonna do now, after we get this rolled, we're gonna go do an estimate not far from here in Roswell, and then come back, do the second coat. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Really good. Close the door. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, we just got back. We're about to put the second coat down. As you can see, these floors look so much better. All that wax has been knocked off. Got these floors screened down really, really well. We got the first coat put down. Now again, when you take that wax off, you're gonna see certain things that you don't see when the wax is on top. That's why we tinted the poly. Some of the boards had a lot of discoloration. That's why we tinted the poly, but to only make that 100%, you would have to do a full sand, but this job did come out well, where it will hold my client over from a full sand for now. So we just got through doing some edging. Now we're about to roll the second coat. And that's going to do it, guys. We got a big screen and recoat tomorrow. I also have 2 ride-alongs coming in from tomorrow. One just touched down from California. My other ride-along, I think he's coming from the Carolinas. But all right, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks again for watching. Courtney Scobie. See you guys in the next one. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're working ourselves out of the front door. We did tint our second coat. Want to add some more color to this floor because this floor, I can't say it hasn't been serviced, but with the new homeowner moving in, he definitely doesn't know, but we did know there was some wax on the floors, and the floors probably haven't been maintained in quite a while. So just let the homeowner know, and he definitely understands. That's a good thing, guys, when you work for clients who understand. Like he said, they just want something that's going to be acceptable when they move in. It's going to look decent, and then probably in the next 3 to 4 years, they'll decide if they want to sand the floors or replace the floors. So, so what Scobie is doing now, as you can see, laying that second coat, doing some trimming. So we just got this area right here left, and then this area right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit that bathroom. So you see right here, guys. See that board right there? See how this has a light tone to it? What I was trying to say? Oh yeah, so that's why we're adding the tint and the color to the floor to try to add that color back. But in order to make it all even, we'll have to do a full sand. But you know, again, some people, they, you know, hey Courtney, just make it look better, and that's all we want. So we actually have a big one we're going to be doing tomorrow. Same thing, they moved into the floor. They was going back and forth when I went and did the estimate about fully sanding or screening, and they finally just said, you know what, let's just screen the floors because, you know, they wasn't really, you know, how can I say, they you know, changing the color wasn't a big factor for them. See that, guys? See how when Scobie rolled that, how he added more color to the floor? So that's all we're trying to do, just get some more color to the floor, make the floors just look a lot better. And that's why, you know, so it's very rare that we tint both coats, but on this case, very rare that we do it. But in this case, we wanted to do that. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow. No, not a big, well, you do got a big day. I got 3 estimates and 1 big screen and recoat. All right, guys, see you in the next one.